Welcome to the Charlie Veach live stream featuring Thick Mustache. Now, I've got some weird USB light thing it's trying to give me a bit of color. So if I lean in. Anyway, hello. Hi, everyone. So I figured it would be a good idea to do a follow-up. Now that it's been a month, now that I've had my ban, 2-week ban, I've posted all the backlog of footage to get my viewers up to speed. Of course, I'm a man in an apartment in Greater Manchester. I am not a geopolitical expert on the border between Poland and Ukraine. I am not on the front line in Donbass. I'm not 50 miles north of Kyiv on the Belarusian border. Now, the president of Belarus has a very nice mustache, not as good as mine. Mine is to break free of the past, because I do want to break free. It's crazy, but it's true. So, cut a long story short, Russian AFB, their official military group, have released Russian dead figures. It's just over 5,000 dead Russian soldiers. The Ukrainians are saying 17,800 dead Ukrainian soldiers. So the truth is somewhere in the middle. We'll be nice to the Russians. We'll say there's probably about 7,500 dead Russian soldiers in the last month. So, as we all know, the last 3 weeks have been a bit boring in terms of a cold and cynical viewer of news on television, of war footage on Twitter or Telegram. It's been stopped for 3 weeks, 50 miles north of Kyiv. They haven't taken Mariupol. They haven't taken Kharkiv. These are cities on the border with Russia. They've not taken it. The Russians have been pushed back by the Odessa ass bandit in the west of the country, just south of Lviv. The Odessa ass bandit is as good a hero as the ghost of Kyiv, and he's raped 50 Russian soldiers by himself. And so he is the conqueror of the Russian anus in Odessa. And that's not what you want. I shouldn't be talking about such homoerotic war crimes with a big thick mustache like one of the village people. But as I'm fresh from going on another trip down Cottager's Corner, I got to try and take the mustache down there. But I can't do it, guys. I can't go on the school run in 2 hours' time with this mustache. I just can't do it. Someone's asking in the comment section. You can do super chats if you want me to read out your question, statement, hate comment, love comment, advertising. Now, don't do advertising. I'm sure that's against the community guidelines. But please do a super chat. They're not expensive. I get some funds. You get the whole glory and ego of having your question read out. Not ruled out. I'll rule it out if you don't help me. No, I'm joking. But of course, if you do want to help out the channel, if you do want to help me out, do a super chat. I've seen other YouTubers do this very successfully. I've done it about 5 times in the past, and it always works well. Now, of course, if nobody thinks I'm worthy to do a super chat to ask a question that comes up at the top, I will, of course, jump into the comment section amidst the great unwashed, unmustachioed viewers of the Charlie Veach channel. So, few highlights of the last few weeks. The West cannot stop slamming weapons into the Ukraine theater of war. Germany has provided thousands of anti-tanks missiles, as have the Swedish, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, and Poland and Romania, of course, very fresh in their minds. Soviet control. They've been doing a lot of good stuff for the Ukrainians as well. A few weeks ago, the mayor of Melitopol got kidnapped. Melitopol was a smaller town to Mariupol, and I saw a comment. He got kidnapped by the Russian forces, but released. The mayor of Melitopol is released. And I saw a great meme. You know how Mariupol has a great war going on and the Russians are trying to take over? It's Wario-Pol, if you remember Mario's evil, warlike nemesis. Wario-Pol. So someone asked me in the comment section, do I have any combat experience? No. I have basic officer training for the British Army. I've done 2 fortnight-long courses at army bases. I can shoot very accurately. I grew up with rifles and air rifles. I can fire a SA-80 Mark II with the iron sights very accurately. I've never used the SA-80 with the scope, but I'm sure that's even more accurate. I can shoot accurately left-handed or right-handed, and I can disassemble and reassemble and clean the SA-80 Mark II. I think they might be on the Mark III by now, but we're looking 15 years ago into the past. I've done training exercises. I have never fired a weapon in anger against a human being. I have shot a rabbit, and should we come clean? Should we come clean about when I was 12 years old? I regret this, and I regret it. I shot a weasel for no reason, and it suffered, and I didn't kill it, and it ran away. And I regret that. And to that weasel in 1992 in a town just outside Kelso, I'm sorry. I was a effing idiot, pubescent child, and I shot the weasel for no reason. No reason. Anyway, fucking hell, this isn't Charlie's like animal torture fucking confession, but it has been. So other things to note. Someone's done analysis of independent tanks shot up in Ukraine, and yeah, anywhere between 80 to 300 confirmed tank kills. That's T-80s, T-72s, T-60 something. I don't think they're using T-55s as we saw so commonly in the Gulf War One, the kick Saddam out of Kuwait. But yeah, Ukraine has become a war of attrition. The big thing to note is, of course, the terrible danger of artillery. The reason why Ukrainian special forces and the territorial army are so keen on keeping the Russian troops at least 50 miles, 75 kilometers away from Kiev is that artillery is so deadly and so effective. You can be 30, 40 miles away, and you can wipe out a city. And it's not it's accurate, but it's not a precision guided missile, an artillery shell, and it's not good. Now, many of my viewers wrote to me asking, "Oh, someone's done a super chat. I'm gonna have to find it. I will. Oh, there he is, Ronald Govern. He's donated enough to buy a nice coffee. Ronald hasn't even attached a question, so thank you, Ronald, for your great generosity. Now, about 2 weeks ago, I did a video called Ukrainian Foreign Legion recruitment video, and I very passionately, for 10 minutes, I convinced, or tried to convince, let me just check something, make sure this laptop's not running out of battery. Are you running out of battery, laptop? No. And I took down my Ukrainian Foreign Legion recruitment video because there were many stories of 18-year-old kids running away to join the Ukrainian foreign resistance. And when I was too passionate, too emotional, didn't think it through the massive repercussions. And looking back now, I'm glad I took it down, not just for my own karmic suffering, in case something happens. If some young guy, I watched the Charlie Veitch, told me to go to Ukraine, and he gets his legs blown off by a Russian RPG, I wouldn't like that. But turns out the Ukrainians don't need any Foreign Legion anyway. Although, speaking of Foreign Legion, there is an amazing American with military experience who's out there busting tanks. His name is James Vasquez. James Vasquez, and I think he's got a mustache as well. Handsome guy, looks a lot like me. And it's surreal seeing this American 50-year-old special forces guy rolling, with the Yukis, blowing up Russian tanks. He's living his real life, not a mobile phone, not a smartphone in sight. He's not there. He's not sitting at a desk getting fat. James Vasquez, he's all over Twitter. Get this. Even James Vasquez on the front line in Ukraine blowing up Russian tanks with his special forces buddies with the Javelin anti-tank rifles. James Vasquez still had to get someone from PayPal inside. He wrote to someone saying, "Guys, I'm trying to get my donation money." Of course, because he's on the front line. everyone's donating money to him so he can buy guns and weapons and, whatever he needs on the front line. PayPal held his money. So he's got it released. James Vasquez, following him on Twitter. Let me scroll up. Nenad Stojadinovic. Can ayahuasca give an insight of the paradox? Quick answer, no. But I do have a video on my YouTube. I'm very open. I've been very transparent. I have tried ayahuasca twice, maybe 3 times. And I filmed myself on the 3rd trip under strong ayahuasca influence. And looking back, it's a little bit cringe. But to answer your question, the understanding of the paradox and the mathematical aberration, the anti-logic at the heart of existence itself, I think it's mostly sober meditation, emotional thinking, and trying to unpeel the layers of the onion until you have just the paradox left. So no, I think psychotropic, psychedelic hallucinogens have their place, and they're extremely useful for you to rattle, I guess is the right word, the building blocks of the software that creates consciousness. That gets rattled by hallucinogens, and you see the little rough bits around the edges. It helps you, but really, no. Hallucinogens can help you see how the general view that you have day to day is very much a evolution honed, efficient way. We are designed to see medium-sized objects moving at medium speed across the African savannas, and for us to figure out trajectories and also theory of mind of the deer, the zebra, the antelope, the baboon, whatever we're hunting, for you to imagine with your hunting software, what's the baboon thinking? When I throw my spear, when he sees me, which way's the baboon going to start running? And basically, we use hunting software now to develop a theory of philosophy, epistemology, a theory of reality, which is very interesting. There was another question. Monkey see, monkey do. There you go. What's going on? Tash Boy, Charlie Mercury, Veach. That's it. Can I just ask my viewers? You don't need to pay money on the super chat. I'll read out from the general comments. But is a thick mustache on a man, is it homosexual? Is it gay? Because I don't think it's gay. I think there's some good manly mustaches. Saddam Hussein had a good mustache. Tom Selleck, Magnum PI, had a great mustache. There's some good mustache. But, Ronald Govern. I will go up. Ronald Govern says he did another super chat. I will find it. What happened to chasing druggies, Charles? We'll come back to whether mustaches are gay or not in a second. Ronald, thank you again for your kind donation. There's very many videos, even just yesterday, chasing what you may refer to as druggies. I like the collective term crackhead, because there's many people who do consume narcotics who aren't bad people. We all have a poison. But I like crackheads, not because they consume crack per se. It's not that common a drug in Manchester. It's that they've cracked their minds by choosing to be lifestyle aggressive crackheads. That's it. Thank you very much. Some very good mustache comments coming in the comment section. So returning to Russia, Ukraine, I took down the video because I didn't want to encourage 18-year-old people who may have been even virgins, never felt the warmth of a woman, to go out and risk their lives to defend the West. And as I said, it looks like the Ukrainians, they have a population of 42 million. All men between 18 and 60 have remained in the country. They can join the territorial defense forces. A country of 42 million with, 10 million adult men, 5 million adult men. They don't need... You know what I'm saying? So I took it down for obvious reasons. It's the right thing to do. Don't hate myself or think I did the wrong thing. It did look, when I did that video, it was going to be a lot more serious, but Russians are even talking about pulling back a bit, pulling out, the withdrawal method they're doing, but they're still firing artillery into Kyiv, into Kharkiv, into Mariupol. They're still trying to take Odessa. So Russian government. James Bond, that's a nice fat donation, a nice fat super chat. Thank you very much, James Bond. He says, protest London the 4th of June. Thank you, James. Anyone watching? James, could you please do a follow-up comment what that protest is about? Is it about Russia, Ukraine? Is it about something else? Please let us know. So someone commented earlier saying, have I had a hair transplant? Why is my hair looking thicker? It's an illusion. It's the angle. See, if I keep it at this angle, it's like, hey, Charlie's got a full head of hair. But when I go like this, yeah, you can see. But another thing in life, do the best with what you have. None of us are perfect or has perfection. We're not Brad Pitt. We're not Angelina Jolie. We're not Will Smith or Chris Rock. No. He's going to keep his Oscar. I predicted it right. He's going to keep his Oscar because it's obvious. But if, let's say, there was no race issue involved with Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. They were both black men, both pretty much A-list. Okay, Will Smith is A+ list, but Chris Rock is hyper famous. And there were too many variables at play. You cannot take the Oscar away from Will Smith. He got away with it, as I predicted. The slap not only saved the Oscars, Will Smith's slap saved the West. Right, oh my God, there's more. Thank you, Michael Jackson. Ow! Thank you, Michael Jackson, for your kind donation of £1. I appreciate that. And speaking of £1, one of my former heroes, he still does stuff, but do you guys remember a philosopher from Free Domain Radio called Stefan Molyneux? Stefan Molyneux. He did a half-hour podcast hating, angry, humiliating someone who donated him $1. He even titled it $1. $1. I had on my, because I've put my Swift and my IBAN details in my description box. Someone internationally, I received notification of a foreign payment received for 2 pence. Thank you. Thank you. Brilliant. I don't know what fees you paid to send me 2p, but thank you. So I need to scroll up. I can't miss these. No, I think we're okay. Okay. Let me go into the cesspit of the general comment sections of people that won't even send me a fucking dollar to read out their comments. Mama just killed a lot of Freddie Mercury jokes. I love it. But are mustaches on men gay? I don't think they are. I think it allows my face to become a comedy vehicle as well. That's not necessarily gay. CB, oh, I'm going to have to do it. CB has left a very generous donation of £20 saying, keep the mustache. I will do it. I will do the school run with my mustache. I will pick up my children from their mother's house with my mustache. I will take the pain. I will take the catcalls from the gay men. I will even accept my butt cheek getting squeezed by another man today. Now, such is the world. Quick legal disclaimer. I do not condone sexual harassment or touching other people's buttocks without their consent, but I give consent today, for one day, for one gay man to squeeze my left butt cheek. Not my right one, because I've got a acne spot on it. It could be quite sore. So, thank you. So, thank you guys for your generous donations and for keeping this going. People saying they would send me a coffee and a lot of Borat comments. Thank you. Jord, the normies fear the Chad stash. What's your opinion on the demographic replacement of white people in the UK? Thank you, Jord, for your question. I've thought a lot about this. I know about replacement theory. I know a lot about mass immigration to the West and to European countries and the demographic explosion of Africa, where women are very fertile. They have about 7 children each. 6, 7 children. It's a lot of kids. And where do these young children have to work and eat? A lot of them want to come to Europe. Streets are paved with gold. So I don't think white people will ever be replaced. I consider myself a white man. I have a Scottish, blonde, blue-eyed father and a white, Portuguese descended Brazilian mother. And we have a lot of Arab and Jewish and other Mediterranean DNA, Carthaginian, fucking Berber, pirate. So, but I consider myself white. My 3 children are white. They've got blue eyes, green eyes, brown eyes. So if you're worried about white replacement, have as many white kids as you can. But I don't think immigration of Africans or Arabs or Indians or Pakistani or Icelandic or Ukrainian can ever do anything. They can add to the native population. But when I go around Manchester and Salford, I see a lot of fertility. Working class people aren't as brainwashed and as mid-witted and neurotic as middle class people. They still believe in the future. They still believe in babies. They have lots of babies. And when you look at the statistics, Jord, the population of white British people has increased. And there's no amount of immigration that can stop sexy British white people having lots of kids. So I hope that answers your question. Immigration adds to white people. It doesn't replace white people. And again, anyway, I've answered it. Don't want to get banned. We're talking about race now. Thank you, Jord, for your very kind donation. That's enough to buy 2 very good coffees. S. Brian Reinholdt Jr., thank you very much for your $2 donations. It's the man that makes the gay, not the mustache. Absolutely. Yes. My brain trying to find the joke. No, it is the man that makes the gay, not the mustache. And to all my gay viewers, I've got a few gay viewers, some bisexual viewers, some pansexual viewers. Nothing inherently wrong with being a homosex, but I believe in the future and in infinity, and I know that part of the game is to have children. So Tom Daly and Elton John, those are gays I can get behind because they got married and they had gays. So I support the wholesome gays who have kids. Are we allowed to say that on YouTube? I think we are. So, all right. Borat turned Bruno. Someone's going to donate me £1,000 if you slap a cop in Manchester. What would be the fine when I get convicted of assaulting a police officer in the magistrate's court? It'd probably be about £1,000. So, Yahweh, thank you, God of the Judaic folk. But Yahweh, I will not be slapping any cops. Have I seen the TikTok edits of myself? Asks Fed Vex. Yes, I have. And I'm very grateful to the young ruffians that steal my clips and make viral TikTok clips because I've had just over 10,500 new subscribers. And a lot of that is thanks to people stealing my videos and posting clips on the YouTube. Let me scroll down. There's a lot of good stuff here. So apologies, guys, if I'm missing some of your comments, but there's a lot of good stuff here. I need to scroll down. Oh, there's another one. Andrew D, without a question, sends £1. Thank you, Andrew. That's very kind of you. I will accept donations in any amounts. I'm not a fancy bugger. I'm not someone that's going to be... All right. When are we going to see Charlie and Danny Shine back together? Asks the person that's just scrolled up. Philip Border. For the 10-year anniversary, which was 3 years ago, I did a public video inviting Danny to do a 10-year Everything Is Okay Love Police reunion, megaphones, it'll be beautiful. And he ignored me 100%. So I got left hanging. I got abandoned by the far superior Danny Shine, obviously. He should have stuck with me. His channel now is just angry ranting against babies. He's an anti-natalist. And I find it very ironic that everyone that hates fertility in babies has already been born. Do they not see the inherent absurdity and contradiction and hypocrisy that everyone that is against babies being born has already been born? You fuckers, man. Thank God your parents didn't think the same way. Hey, Danny in a way, man. Danny, anti-natalist. Might as well be the Antichrist. If you're gonna, someone's asking, PD Tech, do I bat for both teams? No, I am a straight man, but nothing against the gays. And if I was in ancient Greece, I would be banging all the boys like Socrates, Aristotle, and Plato would have had. And as the joke goes, ancient Greece, how do they separate the men from the boys? With a crowbar! So, what time is it? Right. I hope I didn't name this video something about Russia and Ukraine, but I think I did, but we're not talking about that now. Magnum PI. Every comment that's coming through is all about the mustache. I should keep it. I'm going to have to keep it. That guy donated £20 for me to keep it. I can't read that one out, but someone's rolling a fat herbal cigarette to enjoy. Now, thank you very much. Yes, Mr. 80, those are the gays I can get behind. Tom Daly, Elton John. They got married, they had kids. Those are good gays. Right, okay, so on this happy note, we got up to about 300 people watching. It's early in the day. If I do a live stream with the correct title at about 7 or 8 p.m., 9 p.m., I can get 1,000 people at once. Makes me feel all special. But I'm gonna take the Tash out for a walk. Yes, as Roz says, Danny Shine has 3 or 4 children himself, and he's still an antinatalist. So, to the people that say we shouldn't, it all stems from Arthur Schopenhauer. He was a transcendental idealist from the German tradition around the times of Immanuel Kant. And Schopenhauer was against having children. He said that the essence of sentience is better left outside the material realm where it will decay and suffer. But come on, man. Schopenhauer, there's so much more to life than decay and suffering. Danny Shine has a rich mummy and daddy, says Yahweh. Oh, V Radio's in the house. V Radio. Anyway, can you guys please type into YouTube Charlie Veach interviews Jack Fresco? You'll see that some good banter from the good old days. V Radio says, if you clean shaved the rest of your face and kept the mustache, you could be a Scottish Freddie Mercury. Thank you, V Radio. And V Radio is one of the very first podcasts I went on about 10 years ago, which is very, very good. I want to ride my bicycle. I don't know if I'm brave enough to go clean shaven with the rest of it. I might keep it. I might maybe go over once more. There you go. You're welcome, V Radio. And a guy yesterday, or day before yesterday, I was chatting to some guys outside Boots, and this young man goes, he goes to me, are you a footballer? I said, no, I'm a YouTuber. That's why you recognize me. He goes, no, I thought you were Ruud van Nistelrooy. So, yes, I will come back to Stockport. Thank you very much. Someone's commented, Azov Battalion. Should we do a quick rundown on the issues with the Azov Battalion? I will wait for a yes or no. Thank you, Andrew D, for your £2 donation. I will buy a coffee with that. Yes, no, niet. 50-50, yes or no. Yeah, in fact, probably maybe a few more yeses. No. Be careful, Charlie. Nah. Now, we'll end it on a positive note. Show your beard. I'll go on then. Azov Battalion. They've changed their emblem. There's a lot of neo-Natsok LARPing in the east of east of Ukraine, west of Ukraine. A lot of Sonnenrands and other Nordic runes. But again, what we found, and I don't judge a man by his sexuality, I don't judge a man by his religion, I don't judge a man by his ideology. I judge a man by his actions. And so if someone, thank you, 117 best acid experience. Whoo! Okay, right. We're gonna do the Azov Battalion, and then I'll describe my best acid experience. Are we allowed to do that? Will I get demonetized? It doesn't matter. Judge a man not by his sexuality, his ideology, his religion, but by his actions. And as far as the Azov Battalion go, they are defending the integrity of the state of Ukraine. They are fighting Russian Z invaders. They've been quite heroic and quite powerful in defending Mariupol. There was an attempted evacuation 2 days ago with the Azov Battalion. I think they were bringing in a politician or removing a politician, but the Russians unfortunately shot down the Mi-8 transport helicopter that was going into Mariupol. So nothing against Azov. They have had their issues with Natsok ideologies for about 10-20% of them. but they've proven to be very formidable and capable fighters. And so not only do I forgive them their ideology, the West also forgives them their ideology right now. Um, my best ever Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds experience was with my friend Barnaby in Edinburgh. Yeah, he was quite posh, and yes, he is now a NASA scientist. He's a rocket scientist for NASA. Barnaby. I should have changed his name because you could probably track him down. Scottish guy works for NASA. Anyway, you're innocent, Barnaby. You never took Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. But we decided to look at fractals, high def fractals on the internet on a large screen. And it was beautiful and spiritual. We listened to a lot of Pink Floyd, and we then went out for a walk, and everything was God. As the Sikhs say, Sab Gobind Hai, Sab Gobind Hai. Sikhs see everything as God, and I saw that. And it was stunning and beautiful, and I couldn't stop laughing and smiling. And the fractals were very, very interesting to look at. And when you looked away, everything is fractals, everything is golden spiral. So unless there's been any more fat or small or skinny donations, I just want to say thank you very much to everyone for sitting through this 30-minute podcast live stream, Charlie Veitch Show, and I will see you guys on the very next one. Cheers.